This is Feel Better with Lauren. It's Canadian Thanksgiving, and it's been a challenging few years, I know, but there's a lot to be thankful for. One of the things that's really resonating with me lately is this idea that in 10 or 20 years, that future version of yourself will give anything to be this version of yourself. So take care of yourself. Appreciate yourself, be thankful, be nice to people, do good things for people, do good things for yourself. Appreciate yourself and live your life to its fullest, because if you do that, you will feel better. Happy Thanksgiving. It's Canadian Thanksgiving, and I'm going to try to squeak in a little Feel Better with Lauren before all my family's here and before we have a beautiful meal all together. So we'll just sit here, we'll get rid of some of our breath, we'll clear ourselves, we'll stretch ourselves, and we'll do it really quickly before the turkey burns. Okay, so let's just find a spot, same as we always do. Sit up nice and straight. If you'd like to raise your hips, you could do that. Otherwise, if you can sit cross-legged, you're in great form already. I may not be able to later on. So get some sun on your face. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Get rid of all that stale air. And now that we've cleared that air, we're going to just keep breathing in and out through our nose. I'm going to go to the back of the mat here. And we're just going to stretch everything out just to get ourselves completely limbered up for this day and to be thankful for everything. So sit nice and straight. With each breath in, your spine can expand up to the sky. And with each breath out, you've created some space and you can fall into that space you've created. So in through your nose and then fall forward and just slowly stretch yourself out. We'll go a little bit quicker today. Our breathing is going to stay the same, but we won't hold the positions for quite as long. Roughly 2 breaths per position. So in and out through your nose. Inhale, put yourself up. Cross your legs the other way, and that'll stretch out the other side of your back. Nice and sit up straight. Inhale in, and exhale, fall forward. And inhale, put yourself up. Now just roll forward onto your knees, stretch at the back of our toes. Let's get a good strong stretch today. You've been sitting a lot. Just breathe into that for a second. Now, put your hands flat on the ground, your fingers facing to the forward of the mat. And we'll just move back and forth a little bit. Stretch our wrists forward and back, and forward and back. And moving with your breath. Now put your fingers facing the outside of your mat about 2 inches apart and forward and back. And keep on getting a stretch on your feet. Now face your fingers to the back, to your knees rather. Back and forth again. Just sit on your toes, keep stretching. Hopefully you're feeling that in your feet right now. And just try to get your hands just a little bit. And put your toes, big toes closer together, your knees wider apart into this child's pose. Stretch out down with your forehead onto the mat if you can, but really wherever you can. The key here, keep your hips onto your heels. Now put your knees closer together. Put your head down on the ground, your arms behind, and try to push up out of off your heels now. This is rabbit. Arms go forward, your knees below your hips into puppy pose. Nice and straight line, again touching your forehead to the ground if you can. And each of these moves just stretches a little bit of your back a bit more. Now come up on into tabletop. We're just moving slowly forward into some cat-cows. So inhale, your belly drops as far as you can. And exhale, you push away from the ground as much as you can and separate your shoulder blades. Let's do one more. Now walk your hands a little bit further onto your toes and into a plank, and just get yourself nice and tidy there. Your feet shoulder width apart, your tailbone tucked to engage the front of your body and your back, your hips about the same height as your shoulders. You push the earth away from you. Now go forward onto your toes, forward as much as you can. Just hold that for 2 seconds and keep your elbows tucked and slowly go down all the way to the ground. Once you're there, you can do a sort of baby cobra. You can push up with your fingers if you want, but really just you're guiding yourself up. And push and hold, keep your butt flexed, engage everything. One more breath in and relax down onto the ground. Your left arm goes straight out, your right leg bends. Roll back onto your belly. This time your right arm goes straight, your left leg bends, and you push over. You get a nice stretch in your shoulder. You get a nice gentle twist in your back. And inhale, roll back onto your belly. Now, if you want, you can go to child's pose, or you can put your toes, go on your toes, lift your quads off the ground, put your arms like a grasshopper beside you, and slowly push up to plank. and then back into downward dog. You can pedal things out a little bit, move forward. And find a little stillness as much as you can. Keep a nice straight line from your wrists to your hips to your shoulders. And then you're going to put your right leg to the sky to straighten that more. Try to touch your heel to your butt, up on your left toe. Bring your knee to your armpit. Hold that there, push away, separate your shoulder blades, and then step out to your lizard lunge, your hands inside. And just find a little comfort there. Now you can take your back left leg and put it, and we'll just do a little bit of that seated twist. So your right arm behind you, your left arm up, and then hook yourself around. Release that, turn back, put your ankle over your knee over your ankle, and let that sit there. And sort of double pigeon this, cross-legged. You're going to put your right arm behind you and push up out of with your left arm to the sky. Inhale, and we'll go back. This time your right foot is going to go between your feet. You can go back into a low lunge. Get a good stretch on your left side, arms in the air. Everything's engaged, everything's tucked. Put your right arm forward, and you're twisting one way, and then spiral your arms. Put your left arm forward. Use your torso to twist. Reach behind, and then forward, hands down, back to a plank, back to downward dog. Take a second there, just breathe out. Then we'll go left leg to the sky for three-legged dog. Bend that left leg up onto your right toes, and your left knee to your armpit. Push away from the ground, hold it there for a sec, and then step forward into lizard lunge on the other side. And your right leg is going to come up, and you're going to sit and twist the other side. Your left arm behind you, your right arm to the sky, and then hook your arm over your knee and twist the other way, looking behind you. But you can look either way. Again, you're not straining. Now release yourself. You're going to line up your ankles and your knees again on this side. You're going to put your left arm behind you and push up that side. Last breath in and come back down. Your left leg goes forward in between your two hands. You kick back. You do low lunge on this side. Everything's engaged. Your hands, you've tucked your tailbone, you've engaged the front, and you're going to stretch out on your hip flexor here. Now your left arm forward, twisting that way. And then you're going to windmill your arms and twist the other way. Then you're going to reach back, try to touch the back of your quad, and then you're going to go forward again into a plank. Now let's walk forward into a squat and sink down. Use your triceps to just put gentle pressure onto your knees. Try to keep your back as straight as you can. And then plant your hands in front of you. Lift up your hips and stay over in a forward fold. Maybe just hold on to your elbows. You get a nice gentle stretch. Everything's loose. Hands behind your back. Let those hands fall forward. Let your hands fall down into a ball. And slowly, all the way up. Stick your hips out. Get some sun on your face. And then into that prayer position. I'm just going to go, you can stay where you are, but I'll just go to the forward here. And now I just want to do that, just sort of loosen up everything on the front. So your wrists are at the same height as your elbow. Your thumbs are touching your sternum. Everything's balanced. It's the beauty part of this. Interlace your hands. Push yourself away. Just holding that, separating your shoulder blades. And then your hands over your head. Your left hand on your shoulder, your right hand just gently tracting your neck away. So your right ear touches your right shoulder, and your left arm sort of pull, maybe you're not pulling, but you're just stretching down. You'll feel that stretch in the side of your neck. Put your left arm back a bit, and try to smell your armpit and just holding. Again, each breath in sort of pulls things apart, and then you exhale and you can relax into that. Both hands on the back of your head. Try to touch your chin to your chest. I'm not really putting any pressure, I'm just guiding my head down. And I can feel that stretch in the back of my neck. And smell your armpit on the left side. Your right shoulder touches your touching back, and try to put your right elbow back as you pull down, so you'll feel that stretch in your neck. On the side of your head, your left ear touching it, and your right elbow putting it to the side. Again, I'm not putting pressure, I'm just helping guide that stretch. So your elbow can go down. You can stretch out. Now, both your hands on your head, just again to remind you, and you just want to push down on your forehead to stretch your neck the other way. Interlace your hands the other way above your head. Keep your hips kicked out. And then your hands behind your back. And then back up to that prayer position. Feel how you are. Let yourself just relax, move around a little bit. See how things are moving a little bit more. There's a little bit more oil in the joints. And maybe what you might want to do right now is just sit down where you are, cross-legged, on your knees. Take a moment to just relax, nice and loose. Take a second to be thankful for where you are right now, even though there's challenges, even though there's struggles. You're here, you're watching this. Happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you in the next one.
Always talk to your healthcare professional before starting a new regime. If you experience pain, discomfort, or dizziness, slow down or stop. These videos will become easier each day, but if it doesn't feel right today, go slower or move to another video. Listen to your body.